Are you ready to alter your life? Because that's what's about to happen. If you're looking for a judgment-free zone where TMI doesn't exist, to have the conversations you're not supposed to have, and explore how to make small yet substantial, sustainable changes in your life to actually care for and empower yourself through physical and emotional fitness, then you're in the right place. I'm your host, Alyssa Alter, MOMDON, the Amy Poehler of vaginas, author, speaker, coach, former Broadway performer, certified Pilates instructor, pelvic health expert, comedian, co-founder of postpartum.com, mom on the mend, and board certified doctor of nothing. I believe that if we put as much time, energy, and discipline on our insides as we do our outsides, we'll be unstoppable. Welcome back to Alter Your Life. This is one of our mini episodes, and I wanted to share with you something I'm thinking about this New Year's, a time that is so filled with everything, right? It is so full, so many obligations, so many plans, so many things, so much consuming, so much resolution making, so much resolution breaking, and all these things, and it just feels like more and more and more pressure. And I also know this time of year is filled with people saying things about letting that go. So what I wanted to share with you is, as you may or may not know, depending on if you follow me on Instagram and how closely, towards the end of 2022, I started taking dance class again. Which I hadn't done for years, a combination of COVID, my birth injury, fear, life, thinking that part of my life is over. And what I realized as I started taking dance class together is that that part of my life will never be over because that part of my life is part of my life. I started dancing when I was 3. I never stopped. I gave up so many other things in favor of dancing 6 or 7 days a week. I went to college for dance and Spanish. I graduated and hit the pavement running to build a very successful musical theater career as a dancer. I'm a former Broadway performer. I danced with dance companies. I am a dancer, whether or not that's the primary way that I am making money or the only thing I'm spending my time on. And reconnecting to this part of me and integrating it, right? Like marrying these parts of me, the mom part, the writer part, the speaker part, the author part, the podcast part, the founder part, the married for the second time and enjoying it and moving to New Jersey part, with this dancer part, with this artist, with this creative, has felt so good. It feels like this strange sort of homecoming. I mean, I've been living in this body this whole time, but something that I always struggle to wrap my head around is when people ask me what I do. I don't know how to answer. I do a lot of things, and I do whatever is necessary to propel my mission, which is to talk about everything, to normalize and destigmatize the female experience, the female body, the human experience. And it also feels misleading to say, like, I'm an artist, I'm a creative, I don't know how to do it. And yet bringing this part of me back into my life in a more prevalent way, or owning it in a different way, reconnecting to it, connecting to it, integrating it, it just helps everything feel simpler. And that is why, as we begin 2023, I'm going with that. I am going to continue to stay connected to this part of me and explore and focus on not dividing myself further, not siloing the things I do into different silos, but having them all live together. And it's really exciting. It feels really fun. And I feel more like myself than I've ever been, because it doesn't feel like I'm pretending to be something, and that pretending comes from denying the other stuff. It's not that this isn't really there, it's that it's not the full picture. And why am I dividing when all of me belongs everywhere? And so that is why, and I will talk about this more in a future episode, but that is why next month I am doing another one-woman show. My last one-woman show was in 2017. I did another show in 2018, but that was with my friend Beth and my writing partner, Beth Slack. She's brilliant. And my one-woman show was called Me Party, #ILoveMyLife. It was an evening of songs celebrating divorce, dating, and making your own party. And this really helped me move through, process, organize, and sort of wrap up the chapter of my life of being divorced and single and figuring that out. Wrap it up with a beautiful little bow. Maybe a big bow? I don't know. And this one-woman show is called We Party, #ThisIsMotherhood. Get it? Me Party, and now it's a We Party. And it's going to be next month, February 16th, 2023 at New York City's Green Room 42. There are virtual tickets available if you do not live a reasonable commutable distance from 42nd Street in Midtown Manhattan, or if for whatever reason you can't leave your home. But I do encourage you to come in person if you can, because it's going to be so much fun. And I am so excited to share all of me, right? And to bring these parts together in this way. And I think that's like my vibe in 2023 is like bringing all of me, not pushing away, not punishing, not being embarrassed of, not denying parts of me that are parts of me. And yes, different parts get to take the spotlight at different times, but more like in like beautiful choreography than like someone coming on with like a hook, that like a cane hook, and like pulling you off the stage like they used to do in old timey movies, you know that joke? Remember that joke? But more like rotating choreography, like maybe like the turntable in Les Mis, where like the front keeps changing and then the front is in the back. We had one of those when I did Holiday Inn at the Muni, and we tap danced on it, and it was moving, and it was made out of cement. And you know what? My knees still hurt. Anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you today on this mini episode, our first episode together in 2023. And I would love to hear from you what like maybe there's something, like I talked about connecting to this part of myself that had kind of been swept off to the side for a little while, and I'm revisiting and I feel more like myself than ever. And when I talk about that, what comes up for you? Is there something that you haven't done in a while, because life happens, that maybe you're starting to reconnect to, or maybe you want to pick up again and explore and see how it feels now? I would love to hear from you. You can DM me on Instagram, email me, contact me through my website. If you got this link on Substack, comment on the post. I love hearing from you, and Happy New Year.
Thank you so much for sharing your time with me and listening to the end of this episode. Look at you. You're someone who finishes what they start. I love that about you. And if you're picking up what I'm laying down, be sure to visit me over at alissaalter.com for more resources on how you can alter your life, like downloading the 5-minute meditation that I use to start my day with confidence and ease, all before getting out of bed. See you next week.